Alright, guys, so let's start it off. The not recommended ones are always better than the recommended ones. Yeah, I think that's the case a lot of times. Alright, guys, for starters, we've got Maneater Bug. And I'm going to tell you right now, this card is like 3 sets too late. Honestly, I can't believe they put it in the set as an ultra rare after they released Cyber Angels. Cyber Angels make this card completely unplayable. Just absolutely unplayable. Like, flip effects in general are not good now because Cyber Angels just says, hey, go to the grave, you know? So unless this is in a deck that easily special summons multiple monsters in a turn, say like maybe Treeborn Frog or something, if this is in a deck with Treeborn Frog, I could see it. But like generally if you're playing Treeborn Frog, you're playing, you know, tribute monsters, right? Yeah, but Book of Tayu only puts it face down, right? Or no, it flips it face up immediately. Yeah, but like, then you have a 450 attack guy on the board that does nothing. Like, that's a problem. So, Dakini pierces this guy, 600 defense. That's not good. Yeah. Also, Jay Rabian, thank you so much for the follow, or for the host. That's what it's called. How you doing today, man? But yeah, I mean, Maneater Bug, maybe if people just all of a sudden just quit playing Cyber Angels, this is a good card. But Cyber Angels is really what is going to prevent this from seeing a whole lot of play. So, moving on to the next Ultra Rare, my baby, Dark Magician of Chaos. I am going to play this card as much as I played Blackluster Soldier. This card has so much potential. Okay? Actually, let me pull up the card here. Oh, hold on. Let me get the card on screen that works really, really well with this guy. Oh my god. Why is this still so clunky? Alright. Escape from the Dark Dimension. I believe that card, being able to special summon the banished Dark Magician of Chaos, is going to be so strong.
Welcome to Scrub Nation.
So, that's what I think. Now, you got multiple ways to get 2 tribute monsters out. None of them are particularly good, right? You've got Mausoleum. You got to pay 2,000 life points. Not a fan. Not a fan. Now, you don't want to premature return this guy because he doesn't get his effect if he's summoned face down. And he... there was something else about that. Let me see. If this card... Yep. Nope. Stop it. Where'd he go? Yeah. Yeah, the main thing is he doesn't get his effect. And then also, if this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. You want this guy to get banished every time, right? So he has to be face-up when he's killed. So if they kill it by a card effect, or send it to the grave with a Dakini, then he wouldn't get banished while he's face down. So you don't really want to play it with premature return. But I really like this card with the Escape from the Dark Dimension. Now, I'm going to try him in 3-star demotion with Dark Magicians and Birthright, which is another card I'm about to cover. And you can play the spell that lets you tribute a Dark Magician to special summon a Dark Magician of Chaos from your deck or graveyard. Okay? Actually, hand as well, I believe. So, there's a lot of cool things I want to try with this guy. First of all, I want to try him with Destiny Heroes, because with Dark Magician of Chaos, you can bring back Destiny Draw over and over and over again. Just draw 2 cards, draw 2 cards. You can do the same thing with like Red Eyes. Just a bunch of, there's a whole lot of stuff we get to try because he just works with any spells, right? At the end phase, bring any spell back to your hand. That is so strong. So, Dakini wouldn't banish it if he's face down. Dark Magician of Chaos requires that he is face up when he's sent to the graveyard in order to get banished. Yeah, you could recycle anti-magic arrows. Yeah, that's a great one, right? You could just keep bringing them back. Enemy controller, anti-magic arrows, you know, all sorts of stuff, right? There's no way that I'm aware of to banish him from the deck, or really hand. Yo, upgrades with the 2-month subscription. Thank you so much. Oh man, no, we get hyped. We get hyped for new sets, bro. Thank you so much.
Lab, let's not get too excited. LAH mail.
So, I mean, I think that this card has a lot of potential. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time on it, because again, you know, 2 tribute monsters are really hard to get out. So we wanna look at ways to get it in the remove from game pile without having to tribute it. So, all right, moving on. We got Vorse Raider. Vanilla 1900 4-star. He's a Beast Warrior. He's a Dark, so he's like the first Dark Beast Warrior, I think. Okay. So I'm gonna get into Vorse Raider with some of these other cards. Okay. Blade Knight. It's kind of the same thing as Maneater Bug. Blade Knight, legitimately. I think it would have been so much better when people were actually playing flip effects, right? Now people can't.
Alright, Tom, we're ready.
So, I mean, I think that this card's like 2 or 3 months, too late in the format. Yo, thank you for that follow. So, I mean, I just don't see Blade Knight getting a lot of play. You know, he's a 2000 attack guy. 4-star is cool if you have 1 or less cards in your hand, but destroying flip effect monsters just doesn't do anything. He is a warrior, though, and he's a light warrior, 4-star, so there might be some niche place for him, but I don't expect to see a lot of him. Control could possibly play him just to have a 2000 body, but really a 1900 and a 2000, I mean, not a huge difference there. So, one of my favorite cards in the set, Draining Shield. I'm sure you guys are all hyped about this. This is probably one of the best cards in the set. I'm not going to call it the best, but it's really good. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and you gain life points equal to that target's attack. How about that mill deck I played at the MCS? This card's going to be played at 3 in the deck. I do remember that, Taha. What if they bring Draining Shield? And I think I told you, no, they can't do that yet. It's too powerful. And then they did. So, I mean, there's really not much to this card. It is, hey, stop an attack and go ahead and life points by however much they swung with. So, Dakini. Oh, baby. They attack. You gain 2,700 or more if they summoned it with, Idleton. And then you just, negate the attack. Like, you're totally safe. So, I mean, the one thing to note, you don't take any damage from the Draining Shield. So, the skills like extra, Destiny Draw, things like that, I don't know. We'll have to take a look and see what the best skills are for the deck. So, I have not yet flips. How's it going, Brock? So, Draining Shield, it's going to be in a lot of decks. I think a lot of decks are just going to play it because it is such a good way to get ahead in life points. So, but it's definitely going to shine in the stall decks like Destiny Draw Burn or Mill extra. The card's just going to be amazing. So, you know, things like maybe Cyberstein, someone could cheese with that, right? I mean, I could definitely see that. So, moving on, we got Birthright. This is just a strictly better Soul Resurrection. That's it. It's just strictly better. It brings back any normal monster in attack position. I mean, okay, I'll bring back a 3000 attack Blue Eyes and swing with it. So it is going to make Blue Eyes more viable. You will see more Blue Eyes decks creeping into the meta because of this card. It also makes Destiny or Elemental Heroes a lot more viable because it is so easy to put Elemental Hero Neos in the graveyard. You can bring this guy back. Like, I can't believe they made this card and they put this card in the game at super rare when Soul Resurrection is an ultra rare. Like, it's just totally power creeped. There's nothing, there's no reason to play Soul Res now unless you're playing 3 Birthright and some number of Soul Res. But this will make Elemental Heroes a playable deck. So expect some of that from me. It definitely, Beastie Mario, you're absolutely right. 3-star demotion decks should be playing 3 Draining Shields. So, but yeah. I mean, I think that Birthright is definitely going to be in a lot of people's decks, so keep an eye out for that. Now, moving on, Forbidden Chalice. I played this card in the TCG. It is a quick play spell card. Target one face-up monster on the field. Until the end of this turn, that target gains 400 attack, and its effects are negated. So, this can be used both offensively and defensively. You can negate a Zucchini effect with this. You can negate, you know, face down guys. When they flip face up, like in the damage step, because it increases attack. So, holy crap, Michael Brown with the subscription. Welcome to Scrub Nation. Thank you so much for that. You are a god, Michael Brown. Thank you. You can negate searching cards. Absolutely right, Taha. You can negate, one of the big things is and I think the thing that this is best against is Destiny Draw Burn. Because if they go to attack in with a Amazona Swordswoman, and they go flipping a bunch of massive morphs in the damage step to make your guy huge, and then they try to kill you with it, you go, nah, I'm going to go ahead and activate Forbidden Chalice in the damage step as well and negate your guy. So you negate the Amazona Swordswoman and they kill themselves. It's so good. It can be chained to Gandora to negate the Gandora effect. If Gandora gets, you know, some increase in play, I'm actually going to show a Gandora deck that was provided to me by Andy Singh today. It's the deck that he played in the MCS. I completely agree with you, Upgrades. I think Anti-Magic Arrows is going to see a lot more play. So, you know, just really any problematic monsters with effects, Forbidden Chalice is going to be really strong against. Now, I don't expect Forbidden Chalice to see a lot of play in the beginning. I think Forbidden Chalice is only going to be put into decks that absolutely need to negate specific monster effects or they auto-lose to those decks. So let's say my deck just auto-loses to Destiny Draw Burn, right? If I've got space, I'm putting in Forbidden Chalice, and that's going to make that matchup a whole lot better, right? So this is very much a tech card. I don't expect to see 3 or even really 2 of this in you know, being widely played, right? It's just going to be a tech for certain decks that have certain bad matchups. That's what I think. So, moving on, we've got ourselves Panzer Dragon.
Alright, Tom. We're ready.
Yeah, Bozo, I actually think that Chalice is pretty bad against Cyber Angels. Because you make their guy bigger, you negate its effect for 1 turn, and then it still gets to start bringing stuff back. I'd rather Floodgate a Zucchini, to be honest. So, Alright, so moving on, we got Panzer Dragon. It's a fusion you can summon by using any machine type and any dragon type monster. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one card on the field and destroy that card. 2600 defense, 1000 attack. That's a whole lot of investment for a very not so great effect. I mean, I just can't see this card ever seeing play in anything. This is set filler. This is never going to see play. Gotta be honest. It's going to be a really bad YouTube deck. Like, you're investing a machine-type monster, a dragon-type monster, and a polymerization, or fusion gate, or whatever you decide to do. Now, poly is really easy to get now. You know, we've got that ultra rare from the last set that lets us discard it and search for, you know, any polymerization. I mean, that's cool, but I don't really think there are any monsters, any machine-type monsters that get value out of being used for a fusion. I mean, dragon-type monsters, you could use things like, let me think, Totem Dragon. So it could cost kind of like one less card. So, yeah, I think this card is garbage. And I probably will not make any decks that include it. Alright, so moving on to another very, very interesting card. Wall of Disruption. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, all attack position monsters your opponent controls lose 800 attack for each monster they control. Like, oh man, they lose it permanently. So let's say that Red Eye Zombies, they've swarmed you, right? They're beaten down. They're trying to kick your ass, right? You've got one Wall of Disruption face down. You can activate this in the damage step just like you would a Mirror Wall. And, I mean, let's say they beat down and they've got 3,000 attack. They've got 2 Red Eye Zombies on the board and a Gozuki or something, right? Now they're 2200s. Then they go down by 600. So they go down to, what, 1600 attack? Red Eye Zombies all go down to 1600 attack with one Wall of Disruption. I almost think, or actually, no, it's even worse than that, dude. They lose 800 per monster they have. Like, whoa. Any monster, any trap that they... Oh, no, you're absolutely right. Darn, I missed the first part. I'm sitting here thinking, in my brain, anytime that I think of a damage step card, any card that modifies attack or defense can be used in damage step. However, this does have the requirement that says when they declare an attack. So it has to be at the declaration. But you're right. I think. We'll have to test it. But yeah, just attack declaration. But regardless, dude, this card is insane. They declare the attack. They've got 3 monsters. I mean, you're lowering all of their guys' attack by 2,400. So it doesn't matter if they chain like Econ and, you know, put your guy in defense or whatever. Like, Jesus Christ. This card can just be a blowout. I almost like this more than I like Mirror Wall. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, what is today's date? Bruh, there's maintenance tonight. So, I mean, this card's going to see a lot of play. This card is going to replace Mirror Wall in a lot of decks. I think the only decks that are going to play Mirror Wall are the ones where they need to pay life points, like Gandora, Destiny Draw, things like that. You'll still see Mirror Wall, but I think this card replaces Mirror Wall a lot of the time. So, I mean, if they negate the attack... No, I mean, Bacon Saver doesn't stop this. So, as long as they declare the attack, and I flip this, the card is activated. So, I am fairly sure that you cannot negate it by using Bacon Saver in response to the Wall of Disruption. I think all that's required is the attack declaration. Right, exactly, Bozo. I think they still lose the attack. The attack won't go through, but I still think they lose the attack. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But they're still screwed. They lost 2,400 attack on all their guys. Are you kidding me? Like, Jesus Christ. It's so good against Red Eye Zombies. It's so good against Dakini. Like, we got a lot of cards here that, at first glance, they don't look like they deal with Dakini very well, but there are some cards in the set that deal with Dakini hardcore. Wall of Disruption. I think Birthright is going to be insane against Dakini. You know, bring back a Blue Eyes after you've summoned your Dakini. Get over me, bro. You know, Draining Shield, things like that. Does it upgrades? I'm gonna need to test that, because if that's the case, it might negate the attack going down. So that'll be something to definitely test when that comes out. So another card I am really excited for, guys. Painful Decision. You can send one level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, you can add one card with the same name as that card from your deck to your hand. And you can only use one of this per turn. Holy crap. I expect Harpies to make a comeback. Like, Painful Decision. Put a Harpy Lady in my discard pile. Put one in my hand. Go ahead and play this field spell. Okay, play a Harpy. Pop your back row. All right, Order to Charge or whatever, Econ, you know. Get more in the discard. Next turn, Painful Decision again. Like, this card's going to be so good with Vorse Raider, with Harpies. I mean, holy cow. And then the Lotus, the Red Lotus guy, being able to special summon so easily with Vorse Raider and Harpy Ladies in your deck. Like, I expect Harpies to get played again. Harpies is going to be real good against all of the mill decks and the burn decks, and I think, you know, I'm going to have to test it, but I think it's going to see some more play. I mean, I expect the crap out of this. Would Tyrant Dragon be immune to Wall of Disruption? Does Tyrant Dragon say if he is targeted by traps, he's unaffected, or does it say he is strictly unaffected by trap cards?
All right, Tom. We're ready.
I love this job. Welcome to Scrub Nation.
Yeah, I expect. I mean, this deck or this set is giving us a lot of tech cards. It's gonna make Harpies playable at the very least, in my opinion. Yeah, this is getting released tomorrow. I think they're doing a patch tonight. Probably to just put it into the game. So, with Wall of Disruption, I do. I mean, the reason that Control didn't see a whole lot of play was because of Dakini. And Control has a hard time summoning more than one monster in a turn. Dakini just summons and says, all right, send that guy to the grave. Gotcha. You know? So it really doesn't matter, you know, how much attack they have. So it's easily played around in that deck too, because they could just summon the one Dakini and have that as their only monster on the board, and then Wall of Disruption wouldn't do a whole lot to Control, right? So I don't know. I mean, it just depends on how much in the way of Cyber Angels sticks around. Sergeant Electro I do love, though. I love that card. So, all right, guys. So, Mechanical Chaser, 1850. This guy was a very rare card back in the day in Yu-Gi-Oh! This card was worth like 150 bucks. Back when all monsters were 1800 attack. He got over everything. But, yeah, he's an 1850 machine. If you're making a machine deck, you play 3 of it. If not, you're not ever going to touch this guy. It is strictly better, though, than in Blazing Impachi. So, that's worth noting. It has a non-zero defense value. So, moving on, we've got Enraged Battleox. This card, some people were saying that it might see play in Hazy Beast Rising. I don't think it will see play in that deck. What this guy does, if a Beast Warrior, or a Wing Beast type monster you control attacks a defense position, it pierces. Okay? So, I don't expect this card to see much play, or any play, as a matter of fact. This card, no one's gonna play this. In Hazy Flame Beast Rising, you can't return it to play. It's not a fire monster, so I don't really care to make my guys have piercing, because like you're just gonna kill their guys and swing direct with a Hazy Flame, and in the damage step you're gonna Beast Rising and kill them anyway. You don't need to pierce. So, not a big fan of that card. P10 the Dark Clown. This card's interesting. When this card is sent to your graveyard, anyway, you can discard it, it can be milled, anything. You can special summon a P10 the Dark Clown from your hand or deck. This is going to help tribute decks, like maybe Dark Magician of Chaos. This paired with Treeborn Frog, or with Destined Hero Malicious, maybe, or Soul Exchange. This card's going to be good. I expect that if people are trying to build 2 tribute decks, this is going to be played. So, and he banishes himself too. Hey, BLS might want to play this guy, right? Because he'll be a dark monster that banishes himself. So this says when this card is sent to the graveyard. Okay, it doesn't say if. It can miss timing. Yeah, you're right. Missed that little fact. Nope, it doesn't say if, it says when. So, rip. So, yeah, that sucks. But, I mean, well, not really, because the whole point, right, is let's discard this to Tribute of the Doomed, or something like that. Would it miss on Tribute to the Doom? I guess it would. So really, this is a way to just keep cards in play, like if they attack it. Yeah, it's probably trash now. Shucks. That sucks. Oh well. Mystic Swordsman level 2. Get to kill face down defense position monsters. And if it destroyed something by battle, you can summon a Mystic Swordsman level 4. Yeah, I don't like this card at all. Nobody's playing face down monsters because of Dakini. So I don't understand them releasing this garbage. Like, none of this does anything. This card attack to face down defense position monster, destroy it. And then he can place the monster on top of their deck. Like, I do not expect to see any Mystic Swordsmans being played at all. So, moving on, we got Machina Sniper, or Machina, however you want to call it. Machina monsters can't be attacked, except for this guy. He's an 1800. That's pretty good. I don't know that we got any other good ones to really be paired with this. So, we'll take a look here. System down. Pay 1,000 life points. Banish all machine-type monsters. Machines aren't played. There just aren't any machine-type monsters. I mean, you could banish Sergeant Electros, I guess. I really don't think that's a good card, like, at all. Not yet, anyway. It could be in the future. But, hey, we got Elemental Hero Flare Neos. This guy says, must first be special summoned from your extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. So they have to be on the field. You have to control them. And that's going to be Elemental Hero Neos and Neospatian Flare Scarab. This card gains 400 attack for each spell and trap card on the field. During the end phase, shuffle this card into your extra deck. So he can only stick around for one turn. He's good for one turn. And you have to shuffle the cards into your deck for him to summon him. He gains 400 attack for each spell and trap card on the board. And then he goes away. So you lost both your Flame Scarab and your Neos, and really achieved nothing. This card's terrible. You will never play this. You will never, ever, ever play this card. Convert this card. Get that sweet, sweet gold. It sends it back to the deck, though, BMS Moda. Like, I mean, you can't bring it back with Birthright. It goes back to your deck. It's gone. Flareneos is garbage. Let's move on to this. What is this? When you control a face-up card, all face-up Gen X monsters you control gain 400 attack. Garbage. Absolute trash. You'll never play it. Moving on. This guy, okay. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from your hand by sending one or more machine-type monsters from your hand to the graveyard. This card gains 800 attack for each each card you sent to the graveyard. So, yep. This is bad. This is real bad. Jesus Christ, this is terrible. Like, you go like -4. I mean, this is, woo! This is bad. You'll never play any of these Machina cards, by the way. Alright, this guy looks really cool, and he's a 4-star 1800 warrior. I'm excited. What does he do? Once per turn, you can banish one dark monster from your graveyard to target one level 4 or lower light monster your opponent controls. Equip it to this card. You can only equip one monster to it at a time. That's customary. And if this card on the field would be destroyed, the monster equipped with it is destroyed instead. Well, isn't that interesting? So let's think about it. What are level 4 or lower light monsters that are seeing a lot of play right now? Senju. And that's it. Senju. That's it. I don't think there's anything else. Maybe if people start playing like Blade Warrior and stuff like that, or Blade Knight. I mean, yeah, Petite Angel, but woo! So, I cannot think of any level 4 light monsters that are being played in really any decks whatsoever. It is worth noting, however, that this is a Dark Warrior level 4. We do not have a Dark Warrior that is level 4. So there's a trap card that says you can discard a light or dark monster, a light or dark warrior. Oh, we do have Sasuke, but he's a light monster. So we don't have a Dark Warrior yet at level 4. So you can discard one light or dark 4-star, or not 4-star, just one light or dark warrior, and search your deck for a monster. Like if you discard a dark, you can search for a light. If you discard a light, you can search for a dark. Has to be the same type. Has to be a warrior. Has to be a dark monster, or it has to be a the same level and the same type, right? So you could say discard Dark Blade and search for Blade Knight. You could discard Blade Knight and search for Dark Blade, so on and so forth, right? Oh, is that guy a warrior? Yeah, he is. He is. You're right. Rip. So I don't see this seeing a whole lot of play. Maybe if somebody wants to make some meme with that trap card and a bunch of the 4-star Dark and Light Warriors and maybe Dark Flare Dragons and stuff. I don't see it being widely played. So yeah, seems really bad. So, alright, you can special summon this card from your hand by removing 4 ice counters from anywhere on the field. Other monsters with ice counters cannot attack or change their battle positions. Alright, so it's 2,800, takes 4 ice counters, and makes it so anything with ice counters on it cannot attack or change battle positions. So, let's see what they gave us that have ice counters. I don't think this guy gives ice counters. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand in defense position. Well, isn't that interesting? This guy is 1,800 attack. He is a warrior. He is Earth. 4 stars. I would love to summon a Terra Tiger and then special summon a Vorse Raider. That'd be awesome. Here's an 1,800, here's a 1,900. Let's go. That might see play. there might be a really, really aggressive, just 4-star and under deck, but that's going to rely on a lot of removal and stuff, you know, in the back row. So, I don't know. We'll have to see, but probably not. Because, again, why would you not just play Dakini? So, it has to be a normal monster that it special summons. And it summons it in defense. I think there's another one that summons an attack. Yeah, this guy right here. So, he can summon an attack. Yeah. Nah, card's probably not going to see play. So, alright. Moving on. Deathsparrow Imp. This guy, when he's a flip effect, 1800 defense, 4 stars, 1600 attack. Target 1 card in your graveyard, shuffle that target to the deck. Garbage. It's garbage. It is a reptile, if you wanted to play Ananta. We have another reptile that would kind of make some sort of sense. But, yeah. I don't see this guy being played very much. So, Dedication. This is the card I was talking about earlier. It's a spell card. It's a quick play. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. You can tribute a Dark Magician and special summon 1 Dark Magician of Chaos from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can do it on their turn. You can Birthright. Bring back Dark Magician. They use some sort of effect on it, like Econ or some sort of removal effect, right? Dakini. Or, you know, whatever, right? And you just flip the Dedication. Special summon a Dark Magician of Chaos. That's pretty good. I like that. And then, you know, let's say you have Escape from the Dark Dimension face down or something like that. Like, yo, this is good. Top tier music. I agree. So, you know, yeah, it won't work. Well, it would work against Dakini if you have Birthright. Or not Birthright, but Escape from the Dark Dimension. Or you could just Birthright after they summon a Dakini. You know, you're not going to play like a pleb, but it is just really cool that you can do that on their turn. So you can chain it to effects like Enemy Controller, or like Order to Charge if that sees play again, or Maneater Bug, or, you know, whatever, right? The card is interesting. I do like that it is a quick play spell. Let's see here. What is this guy? Right, absolutely, Grand Harrier. Like, attack in. Take 25. Flip this. Go get a Dark Magician of Chaos. 29 or 2800. You're dead. Like, it could create OTKs. So, go Giga Gaga Gigo. Go Giga Gaga Gaga Gigo Gaga. Garbage. Moving on. Alright, this guy looks good. When this card is normal summoned, while you control no other monsters, you can special summon 1 Machina monster from your hand, except for Machina Soldier.
Welcome to Scrub Nation.
This card's garbage! Giggity giggity goo gaga gigo! Yes. Better than Cosmo Queen. Cosmo Queen. I just don't... From what I've seen, there aren't any other good Machina monsters. Like, there's the 1800 guy, right? And that's it. That protects. So, like, this guy's a 1600. You could play this if you have no... if you have no other monsters. Play this. Special summon the 1800 guy. They have to get over the 1800 guy before they get over this guy. I don't really see it being played. I really don't. I mean, basically, it just requires buff cards to even make it decent. And... like, is it okay against Cyber Angels? Yeah, maybe, if you play, like, Mirror Wall, stuff like that. I want Fortress 2, Taha. I played that when the Machina structure deck came out for the very first time. I played Gadgets with Machina. Give me that, boy. Give me that. I'll take it. Machina Fortress was nuts. I played that and, like, Black Wings back in the day. Gear Frame is insane. They gave us none of the good Machina cards at all. I just don't see any of this seeing any kind of play whatsoever. Like, none. So, Right, so let's move on to this guy. What's this guy got? Okay, let's see. He gains 400 attack for each spell and trap card your opponent controls. Trash. He's just trash. He's real bad. Moving on. Hero Medal. When this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, shuffle this card into its owner's deck and draw one card. Garbage. Another filler card that we will never play with. Crossporter. Alright, let's see. You can send one monster you control to the graveyard and special summon one Neospatian monster from your hand. When this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Neospatian monster from your deck to your hand. Well, the only Neospatian we have is Flare Scarab, which is garbage, so we're never going to play Crossporter either, huh? Yep, moving on. Alright. Genex Power Planner. We got a whole bunch of Genex monsters and still haven't given us any good Genex cards. When this card is normal summoned, you can add one level 3 Genex monster from your deck to your hand. So, problem is, you're normal summoning, in attack position, a 300 attack monster. Seems like trash. This card's real bad. Never gonna play it. Well, this is freaking adorable. I want to play a Vampire Koala in my deck. What's it do? If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, by battle with a monster. So, in other words, only if it attacks over a monster and deals damage, you gain life points equal to the damage that's inflicted. He's only 1800. He's never going to do that. He's a 4-star 1800 beast. That's what he is. Hey, I might play him in this deck I'm about to show you guys, boys. He might be good in that deck. But yeah. I'm going to play him just because he's adorable. And that's it. He's not good. Alright, Snow Dragon. I bet this guy has something to do with ice counters, huh? When this card is destroyed by battle or by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, place one ice counter on each face-up monster on the field. Face-up monsters on the field. Alright. Make the koala meme deck. Alright. I will. You can trust me. I'll make it. So, yeah. I mean, 4-star Water Dragon. Puts ice counters on stuff. Seems trash. Like, you're not gonna get 4 ice counters on stuff. There's not gonna be 4 face-up monsters on the board. And then you could end up putting ice counters on your own guys, which makes this bad. You don't trust me now? Yeah. So this is bad. Snowman Creator. I bet this does ice counter stuff too, huh? That's a lot of text. Alright, it's a 1600 attack, 1000 defense, 4-star machine water type. Oh, Chum-Li, by the way? Chum-Li plays the Pokemon TCG. I have talked to him on Facebook, personally, like, in private messages. He plays Pokemon and makes content for that game. Do I think that the introduction of the wall will allow Toon Barrel Dragon to come back? I don't really think that affects Toon Barrel Dragon. Oh, I'm talking about the Pawn Stars Chum-Li. That's who I'm talking about. All right, so let's get into this, guys. What this guy does. So when this card is summoned, you can create a number of ice counters equal to the number of water monsters you control and place them on a face-up monster or multiple monsters your opponent controls. Then if you place 3 or more ice counters by this effect, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. Huh. So you have to have 3 monsters for you to really get the destruction effect. It can be summoned anyway, by the way. You can be special summon or normal summon to generate the ice counters. Huh. No, no, no. You have to have 3 water monsters in order to get the 3 counters and destroy something. I don't like this card.
Welcome to Scrub Nation.
I don't. These are not good ways to place ice counters. And this guy requires 4. That's not going to see any play at all, dude. That's going to be a meme YouTube deck. Swarm of Crows. I bet you this flips down and flips up, huh? Cannot be special summoned from the deck. He's a 1200, 1800, 5-star Dark Monster. You can change this card to face down defense position once per turn. And when this card is flip summoned, that's different than the other Swarm cards. They say, I think they say when they're flipped face up. No, I guess I'm wrong. They are just when they're flip summoned. Yeah, like Swarm of Scarabs and all that. It's the same thing. You can discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Maybe a Ninjas? I could see this in Ninjas. You could Transformation into this, put it face down, flip it face up. Or you put it face down due to its effect, flip it face up, make him discard a random card. Cool. You can tribute really any 2-star or greater. Ha! Missed the very first sentence. You are correct, Karrison. Nope, this card's trash. Moving on. Good catch. Card's terrible.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together.
All right, yeah, sure thing, Calm Rooster.
Let's jam.
And so this guy, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand. All monsters you control gain 100 attack and defense. Garbage. It's just not good. But what is this? Equip only to a machine-type monster. When that attacking monster destroys your opponent's monster by battle, you can activate this effect, and it can make a second attack. No other monsters can attack the turn you use this effect. Okay, it's garbage. So, I don't think there are any, sleeper, rare, or, common cards at all. Kind of like, Massive Morph was. There's nothing in here that's going to be on the level of Massive Morph. At all. System Down may become a playable card later on. If we get a lot of machines, like if Jinzo starts to just tear up the format, System Down. If we get Jinzo, he starts tearing it up, we can play this card. But even then, I doubt it'll see much play. So just to kind of recap, all of the rares and